Hey people, this is Sharpeeno here, welcome you guys to week 1 for the first week of season 3 of the PNC Wi-Fi battle. So today we're doing a team prep for our first week of Wi-Fi battling. We are going up against the Hamden High Dragons. Let's quickly, forgot to do this. I do apologize. Let's get his team up. Let's get his team up so I can show you guys exactly what we are dealing with this week. So he has the Greninja, he has the Starmie, he's got the Mamoswine, he's got let's see, he's got the so Greninja, Infernape, Starmie, Mamoswine, Shaman, Doublade, Electros, Gramble, Miltank, Rhydon, and Masquerain. So his team is very well balanced. Obviously, the biggest threat on his team is obviously the Greninja, Infernape, and Starmie. They are both, all three of them are really offensive hitters. Starmie can be used defensively, offensively, but most of the time it's used offensive with Life Orb and everything else. So I talked to the Bird about my team, and I really wanted to just think of ways I could try to answer to such offense because I've got such a bulky team. And you know, the Bird has helped me put this team together, so big shout out to the Bird, who is the coach of the Tampa Bay Frogadiers. Go ahead and check out his channel. All the coaches' links will be in the description down below, so you can see what they're bringing to week 1 and why. So what we're bringing this week is we're bringing ourselves, first off, the star of our team, the Tapu Koko. We've got Life Orb, Thunderbolt, Dazzling Gleam, Grassman on U-turn. So really, this works well against his team because this will basically outspeed everything on his team. The only thing is if he decides to Choice Scarf either the Starmie, decides to Choice Scarf basically anything on his team. Like, as far as option goes with his team, Choice Scarf, I mean, really, he could Choice Scarf Greninja just to make sure it outspeeds the Tapu Koko, which I mean would make sense if he decided to do that. But in saying that though, it restricts how Greninja can work, obviously considering it's so frail. But it is really fast, so I mean this would just guarantee him being able to sweep everyone, you know. Alright, so moving along, next Pokemon team is our Skarmory with leftovers, Toxic Roost, Spikes, and Whirlwind. Really, this is just an answer to all the defensive mons in his team, like all the physically, you know, mons like maybe Infernape, Mamoswine, Doublade. Although I think with the Doublade it'd be a bit of a stalemate, so really it just goes down to basically going for the Toxic Whirlwind plays. Setting up Spikes as well. Now, the reason why I decided to go with Spikes instead of Rocks in this is because I'm playing one of my other Pokemon a little bit differently. So this week we're going to go ahead and just run it with Spikes in this one. Just have the Whirlwind for, I would say, utility plays with Stock Rocks and the Spikes, and Toxic Roost and the Whirlwind. So that's going to be our second choice there. Next one on the list is going to be a Snorlax with the Truffle Berry. Now this is one of those answers, and I think the Bird really brought this to my attention. He's like, look, even though he does have an offensive presence in his team, it doesn't hurt to use weakness berries. Basically, the weakness berries are there just to ensure you live at least one hit and you can go for the kill with your Pokemon. Considering things like Greninja and Infernape are very frail. So in this situation, this is going to be a big answer for things like Greninja, for the Infernape, for the Starmie. It has a lot to answer for it. Like all of its attacks pretty much cover all the bases, and if it doesn't, then we have Body Slam as our answer. So Chop Berry obviously take on things like, you know, excuse me, taking my throat. First Combat, Brick Break, Super Power. Basically, if it tries to put any text fighting moves, this is going to be the answer for it. So we've got Body Slam, Earthquake, Seed Bomb, and Gunshot. Now I didn't know this, and I mean, Bird brought it to my attention. I thought Gunshot was a special attack, and then someone told me, no, it's actually a physical attack. And I was like, huh, well, shit, okay, now it's actually a good move. So basically, Snorlax is going to be our defensive answer to things like, I would say more so the Infernape. The Infernape is really the biggest issue for this thing. So next up on the list we have Hitmonlee. Now, this is where things are a little bit differently. Now, this is going to be one of our specially defensive walls, and I forgot to put the nature on. I'm just trying to remember what nature was. It was a Jolly Nature. Okay, so put that there, and put that there. Equal. There we go. Okay, so we're going, instead of Unburden like normal gem, we're going with Assault Vest Reckless. Now the reason why we're going for that is because basically we should be able, with the Assault Vest, we should be able to take a few hits with a bit of HP investment and a bit of defense investment as well. High Jump King, Poison Jump, Knock with the Rapid Spins. The Rapid Spins there just to kind of, if he brings any rocks or anything to kind of really answer to any field hazards, we have the answer to get rid of it. So that's going to be the answer there. Poison Jab can do well against the Shaman, do well against the Gramble. Although if he decides to bring Gramble, I would assume more likely it's going to be the physical wall, so I'm not sure how well it's going to do, but we'll just see how things go there. Next on the list we have the Slowking. Again with the berry weaknesses, we're going for that Rhino Berry to really answer to the Shaman. And maybe the Electros, the new Electros does pack Giga Drain, so, you know, it can work either way. With Regenerate Core, Scald, Signal Beam, Carmine, and Slack Off. So, it's going to be a defensive ball, but we do have potential for setup. The only thing is going to be, you know, if he decides to bring, I mean, looking at his team, I mean, just have a look. Does anything go well with his team? I don't think it does. The only thing is if Electros, I believe, gets Dragon Tail. I'm pretty sure. I think Rhydon gets Dragon Tail as well. And I think Miltank, I don't know, they could Roar or something. But basically, that's going to be his only out. So basically, he would have to bring something to try and stop a setup. Which, I mean, if he does, it's better for him. For us, it just depends, I guess. Like, the Signal Beam is there. The reason why we're not packing Psychic is because Psychic doesn't have a big impact on his team. But really, nothing on his team is weak as Psychic. And then we've got the Signal Beam there to cover things like the Ninja, the Shaman, the Starmie even. So, really, I think Signal Beam actually does a lot better this week than Psychic. And the last unit on team is going to be the Krookodile. This is the Pokemon I was talking about. We're going to run a little bit differently. Now, you guys all know last season I've been running this thing, Choice Scarlet, every single match that I ever played in. This week, though, and this is again the Bird suggestion, I'm not saying Bird made this team, and basically he explained to me what, you know, what the reasons were behind certain things, and this is why I brought it in here. So, if I misinterpreted some of the things, Bird, that you said, I do apologise, but this is just basically my interpretation of, or after you've explained to me what, you know, this is. So we've got a Pasha Berry. Now the Pasha Berry does reduce a water effective attack by 1. So this is more so for things like the Greninja and the Starmie. So if we can live long enough to take one hit, do an Earthquake, do a Knockoff, do a Pursuit, and go for Stealth Rocks. In Stealth Rocks, we can bluff the Scarf and go for a Stealth Rock, and we can kind of play it to our advantage where we can try to pretend that we have a Choice Scarf, but we don't. Either way though, I do think this does have a lot of potential. However, it comes down to a few Pokemon on his team. Really, the Pokemon's really going to answer this on his team is going to be things like the Rhydon. I mean, even though it's got Eviolite, but basically he'll be doing a lot more damage to me than to him because he's going to have the Eviolite that decides to bring it. Things like the Gramble, the Masquerain, if he decides to bring it, because Masquerain and Gramble do have Intimidate, so it is going to be a little bit intimidating. If he does get that through, but we've got our own Intimidate here, so hopefully he doesn't get the idea, he doesn't, you know, see through that we're not using Choice Scarf. So we're going to just hope for the best here. It is week 1. Look, I'm going to put this out here right now. I'm not an experienced Wi-Fi battler. Even though I've done 2 seasons of this, I wouldn't say I am a veteran Wi-Fi battler. So if I make a few mistakes in the battle, don't be too hard on me. Like, if you have constructive criticism, like I said to my team builder, I appreciate it. But just don't be obnoxious about it. Don't be don't be very asshole-ish about it. New word, asshole-ish. Just don't be an asshole about it, because like I'm doing this for fun. I do this because, you know, I like to do this with my friends. You know, it's something to do every week, something to get you, other than Let's Plays and TCG, it's something different. So if you want to go ahead and leave a like for this team builder, that would be greatly appreciated. Check out the other coaches, links for them will be in the description down below, so make sure you check them out. Get behind your coach. Hopefully you guys will be a proud supporter of the Sydney Crocodiles right here. But hopefully we do well in week 1. Hopefully we can break this curse of losing every season in week 1. But all I can do is hope for the best. So until next time, I'll see you guys. Stay safe, stay sharp, and I'll catch you guys all next time. Later.